Hi everyone, I'm here in a video that I thought that I could put together that would describe the experience that I had as a mentor. And I must say the questionnaire that I filled out was very thorough. The platform was automated. The mentee that I received was very enthusiastic and excited at first, but honestly, what had happened was there wasn't that skin in the game, that vetted interest that would keep it going. So while I was excited to be able to be a mentor to this person, and the person was initially excited, they didn't have the drive in them to keep going with the program. And so I thought about, where did this go wrong? And so I don't want Mentor You Global to fall into the same trap or the same experience. And so really it boils down to two things. First of all, the questions need to be easy to answer and be telling, and they need to be more than about the capacity, because everybody's going to say they can give an hour a week, they can do a Skype call, they can do email, phone calls. That is all good, but it's only as good as the people making it happen. And then the second thing I wanted to share was it's not so much as important to find a match of a person with similar background and experience. I actually find that if you can match people that have a different background and experience, it's going to actually be much more. And so I don't think that should even be a question that goes into the matching process at all. I learn more from people that are different from me than alike. And so I think that should stay out of the equation. And so what I found were some questions that I always ask that I think are really important. And really, the questions can be the same for both the mentor and the mentee, but you got to ask each of them, what is your target or goal that you want to achieve? So you want to know what the current state is. So the mentor is going to tell you that I'm a place in my life where I want to give back to a young person. I want to share about my experiences, my successes, my failures. And then on the flip side, the mentee is probably going to say, I just got out of college, or I'm switching career fields, or I'm a person that's starting entrepreneurship. Whatever they say, they're going to do that. Then what the next question is that you want to ask is, where is it that you want to be? Where do you want to end up? Where do you want to go? And so the mentor is going to say they want to be impact or make an impact on somebody's life. The mentee is going to say, I need to be able to figure out where I am, who I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing. And they might have a specific direction, but maybe they don't. And so that's why they need mentorship. And the third question I like to ask is there anything that's preventing you from reaching your goal? And so that can happen actually on both sides of the equation. The person being mentored definitely will have some obstacles and roadblocks, but then the mentor could actually have some as well that they experience, and they can actually connect in that area about things that prevented them from moving forward and share those stories. So I think that that's a good question. And what are your next steps, and what do you expect to see after taking them? Well, the best mentorships are the ones where there's homework involved. It's asking some questions so that each time you meet, you're coming back to discuss what the mentee has done or not done, maybe, what obstacles they have, and then encourage them about some ideas they could explore about moving forward. So it's all about ending each and every meeting with a homework assignment of where they should go. And then the next question is, how will you know when you got there? Well, when you come back in and you have the mentor brings the person back in, they can say, okay, you had this goal. You told me you did these things. How did that shape things for you? And they can say, well, it helped me get to where I was going, or no, this isn't what I thought it would be. It can be any of those things. And so each of the meetings really need to follow the 5-question back and forth. And so that really is the communication plan. And so if you always do that, it's going to make the mentorship experience so much better, because talking about what our background is, talking about the things we've done, that doesn't get us to where we're going. And so that has to be in the equation. And the only way to do that is to have a systematic way that you start and end all meetings. And so I attached my PowerPoint in an email on LinkedIn, So you can see my presentation. You can tweak it how you would like to make it part of Mentor You. I could tweak it and I can make it Mentor You specific, but it honestly works universally for all the coaching, all the mentoring that I've ever done and will do. And another thing that I wanted to mention, I guess, last but not least, to leave you with, is that mentoring is not about setting all of the boundaries and capacity. It's really about the desire. If the desire is there and the person really wants to work with someone and the mentor really wants to help someone to learn and grow, it's going to happen. And asking those questions, those aren't the right questions. The questions are, why do you want to do this and what do you hope to achieve? It's really that simple. Those are the best mentorships. And then adding that little bit of structure is all it takes. It really is. And I can't say enough of how effective this system that I have has been. It's proven itself in dividends over and over again. So the last thing I think that the question was how do you start the conversation as a mentor to a mentee? And really, if you use those questions that I provided in the separate email and the ones we just talked about, it's the perfect opener, because asking open-ended questions is where it is. There isn't necessarily this perfect formula, but I really found that by asking these open-ended questions each and every meeting, it's going to work so well. And I think that this is the accountability plan or the action plan that's going to give the biggest bang for everyone's buck. And so this is what I have. I hope it's been helpful. If you have other questions, shoot them back at me. Let me know if you want me to take my PowerPoint and put the Mentor You logo on it, and put it in a way that you can use it as an attachment that goes out. I can refine the questions a little bit. I sent them off to Corey as well. They're just really simple. You're asking the same basic question, and based on the answers to the questions, you can put together two people that may or may not have the same background, and it will be magic. So just believe me. Let's try it. Let's do it. I'm on board. I'm excited. Let's do it.